Who here has had a romantic relationship, and has that relationship ever gone south? I'd like to give some of my own personal experiences in this speech, and during my time, I've had a few romantic relationships, and I've poured many hours of research into this topic. Now, no matter who you are or what life you may lead, this information will be relevant to you because eventually you will have a romantic relationship during your time. Now, the main question driving this speech is what makes a healthy romantic relationship? Now, this thesis in and of itself is rather broad, so let's cut it down into three main points. What is a romantic relationship defined by? What makes a healthy romantic relationship? And how can someone identify a healthy romantic relationship in their own lives? I'd like to give some of my own personal experience in the topic and explain what led me to researching this in the first place. I used to date a girl named Jane a while back, and during our relationship we fought frequently, and we didn't have the best idea of what a healthy relationship looked like because we didn't know what it looked like. All we had to go on was simply stuff in the media and stuff we've heard from our friends and family. Now, we frequently fought over things, but we had no way to communicate in a healthy way what those problems were. And eventually we ended up splitting because, again, we didn't quite know what a healthy relationship was, and we realized that it wasn't working for either of us. This prompted a change and question in me of what makes a healthy romantic relationship, and this is what started my research. Now, many people have tried answering this question before and have given varying responses. I'd like to give one of my own personal responses to the topic of what is a healthy relationship. Now, I feel in answering this question, I can give whoever is watching this some tools that may help them in the future or give them new insights to making a healthier romantic relationship. Now that we've contextualized why I've started the research, I'd like to focus on what that research has said. In the first question of what is a romantic relationship defined by, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation defines a romantic relationship as a relationship between two people that is built primarily on trust and love. This is fairly self-explanatory in and of itself, but it sets the tone for the rest of the answers that I've found in my research. The second question is answered by two main things. Washington University helps contextualize what a healthy relationship looks like, and the Sternberg triangular model of love helps give a very interesting perspective on what a healthy relationship looks like. Washington University had a page on what is a healthy relationship, and they define that as a relationship with lots of open and direct communication, with shared power, responsibility, personal integrity, and accountability, along with physical affection and respect. Dr. Sternberg's model of love, which can be seen here, has three main aspects to focus on: passion, intimacy, and commitment. Now, passion is defined as liking someone for who they are and having a deep interest in them. Intimacy is defined as letting down your emotional barriers and letting them know you as a person in a more intimate way. Commitment is defined as being committed to another person through various means such as time, fidelity, and other areas. Dr. Sternberg helps quantify this as the healthiest relationship as consummate love, which has all three aspects of passion, intimacy, and commitment in equal measures for a relationship. Now, the final answer to this question of how can I tell if my relationship is healthy? This one requires more introspection on the person watching's part, because each relationship is different and requires differing things. Some relationships require more commitment, some relationships require more communication. But a general metric to go on is if one person is unhappy, then generally speaking you're lacking one of these things. Now, Part of these sources disagree a bit on which aspect is the most important, but by far the most common answer that I found in my research was that communication made the largest difference. Now, no matter who you are, you can take these elements and apply them to your relationships, both platonic and romantic. In conclusion, I hope that this has been a good overview on what romantic relationships are.